Hello, hello. Hold on. Let's actually adjust this. There we go. That should be a little bit better. Hi. I'm back. It's been a while. Yes, howdy, howdy. Okay, you know what? What the hell was that? Honestly swear I'm up to no good. You know what? At least you admit that you're up to no good. That's good, I suppose. That saves me the trouble of asking whether or not you've all been behaving while I've been gone. So thank you. Now I know the answer is no, because you never behave. Alright. First things first. First thing I'm gonna do right now. Today is gonna be a lot of catching up and a lot of being productive. There's a lot that I want to get done today. And number one thing I'm going to try to do right now, right at this moment, is get YouTube chat on stream. Okay, so I have a website. This website apparently might help me out. Dakichi, welcome on in. And I've not welcomed everyone in, nor have I introduced myself. Allow me to remember how to be a streamer real quick. So welcome on in, Fu as well. Welcome, welcome. And Gray Links over on YouTube. We're gonna see you on screen today. That's my goal. One of my goals, at least. And, before I forget, behold, the world's 9th greatest detective and independent investigator. It is I, Osian Whitlock, at your service. And y'all, I have been to hell and back in the time that we've last chatted. I could confidently say that I've lived what people would consider nightmares. I'm not going to go into detail, but I've definitely survived through them in the time that we have last spoken. Whew. Life's been pretty fucking wild. Like, the best way I can describe it, you know, there's the classic idea of the dream or nightmare where you're like, oh, you're in school or whatever and your pants come off and you're hanging out in front of everybody. That kind of feeling is something I've experienced. Now, mind you, has nothing to do with my manhood showing it to anybody on accident. That happened a different time, and that one doesn't bother me all too much. I got particularly inebriated during a party with some friends, but that's besides the point. I don't care about that one. So that's how you know it's something bad that I'm not talking about. You're not gonna get me to talk about it. Let's get YouTube chat up. If I click here, I gotta get this link. I asked somebody to help me out on how to do that, and all they did was send me this website. So I don't know if this website's just gonna immediately solve my problems or what, but we're gonna find out. My channel handle? What in the hell? My body decided to break. Okay, I can decide the font and the shadow and all that. Oh, I can preview it. Okay, cool. What is going on with my neck? Is that even changing the preview that I'm seeing here? Yes, it is. They just all look very similar. So that one looks disgusting. I'm deciding the font for YouTube chat. That's too basic. Basic isn't bad. We're gonna do that. We'll just try it with small everything. There's weight, so I can make it bold and such. I kind of like it bold. What does stroke mean? Oh, don't like that. Okay. So do I just make this? Okay, so sources on here, browser. I'll call it YouTube chat. What is this gray box I'm looking at? Test. Okay, I don't see shit. Why do I not see shit? Refresh? No. Okay, create a new browser source in your streaming software and add the generated link. I did that. Why is it just a gray box? That doesn't seem right. Let's try. Okay, if I type test then again. Yeah, it's not just being real slow or anything. Okay. So now I'm going to look up YouTube chat overlay. Okay. Incorrect URL? What do you mean incorrect URL? Live chat disabled? No, I've got live chat. Here, I'm gonna not look at that. You know what? I'm gonna do the other stuff first. Because I want to look up a tutorial for all that and everything. Or it's also possible I put in my stream name incorrectly. Okay, what is my channel? Is it caps sensitive, maybe? Okay, we're gonna try this again. Browser, yeah. It's not a gray box this time. Wait, hold on. Test. What do you mean nothing happened? Come on. You can't do this to me. You can't do this to me. Why is it just invisible now? No! We're gonna figure this out. This is a troubleshooting stream now. Okay. What if I just fuck with these numbers? I don't think that helped. What if I refresh this page? Click on that. I'm not even gonna mess with that shit now. I'm just getting this link. Okay. And then if I test it. Come on. Damn it. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Someday I will figure out that. But instead, we're going to worry about the other things I need to do. Okay. Moving forward, something I want to do. I want to have a consistent stream schedule as like something that you will always know exactly when I'm live. Something that I know I can be really consistent with. So what I've decided As to not overwhelm myself, I'm going to stream 4 times a week. And I'm gonna shoot for Tuesday, Thursdays, and weekends. Easy to remember. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and weekends. That's the double letter weekdays, if you want to think about it like that. There's the 2 T's, the 2 S's. In fact, I am so sold on the idea of doing it like this. I'm actually gonna go to my Twitter. I'm gonna add that in my bio. Live on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and weekends. By the way, I do have questions for my designs. Hit me with it. I'm all ears. I'm gonna say live on... I'm gonna put YouTube and... Whoa. Live on YouTube and Twitch. Tuesdays, Thursdays. I'll find out a better way to put that in a moment. How much does Ruv like hamsters and how much did Hikari like basketball? I mean, Ruv is a hamster, right? So she obviously, I imagine she likes hamsters quite a lot. Hikari, all I'm gonna say is that I'm a bigger basketball fan than he was. But that's also, I'm a really big basketball fan, so that's not really saying that much. But I remember giving him a little, I taught him some basketball related stuff, because he was like, hey man, I'm doing all this basketball stuff, but I gotta improve, and I know you're the basketball guy. I was like, yeah, I'm the fucking basketball guy. I got you. So I was his coach, if you will. I'll put streaming on Tuesday, Thursday. I'll put Sat and Sun. The first draft of all of them should be finalized in? Oh, hell yeah. I can't wait to see all of them. There's an expanded bio? What the fuck is that? Yeah, don't care, actually. Instead of streaming, I'll put streams. Which I know I'm literally breaking that today, but the general idea is that I want to always be streaming on one of those 4 days a week. Or I'll always stream on those 4 days. And then I might stream outside of those. Rarely. Today's an exception because I wanted to kind of ease myself back into this, but also, I'm gonna be honest, I wanted the company. I wanted to be around you guys since it's been a while, and I do care a lot about this. Now, I am also going to be making my stream schedule for the week today. So let's go ahead and pull that up. The one day of the week that I intend on never streaming is gonna be Wednesdays, with rare exceptions. Like, very, very rare. I might occasionally be like, okay, I've gotta stream on this Wednesday for, you know, maybe for other people or because I can't do another day of the week and I want to. But when it comes to that, that's gonna be my day off in the week. I'm not even gonna work. No working on streaming related things. No thinking about the fact that I'm a streamer. That is just my chill day. That is the day of the week where I'm just... I just go comatose. Osian Whitlock does not exist on Wednesdays. And I also want to try to start every single one of my streams at 7. is another thing. All right, there we go. Everyone needs a good head empty day. Exactly. And for me, that's going to be my Wednesdays. What I'm going to do, I'm going to watch movies or play games for myself or something like that. And then actually, my plan moving forward is that, once again, Tuesday, Thursday, weekends, stream days, Mondays and Fridays, as well as Sundays, those are the days of the week that I go to the gym. I go 3 times a week. On Sunday, because I don't work on Sundays, no detective cases to do, I can fit in both gym and streaming. But on Mondays and Fridays, I go to the gym after my detective duties, which means I'm not getting home until like 7:30 to 8-ish. I don't want to start my streams at 9. So those days of the week, I'm going to dedicate to working on streaming related things. So it might be making YouTube shorts, it might be working on D&D, it might be something like that. So I'm still going to be productive, but it's not going to be anything that you guys see. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna call this, I'll just put what I put as the name everywhere, catching up and working. It's funny to put something on the schedule that I'm already actively doing. But like, I feel like it'd look incomplete. Or maybe I'll just make something up. I'm like, oh yeah, we played, I don't know, Honey Pop today. Super good to get that balance with the schedule. Honestly, I've been meaning to catch a time to see movies, which I've actually been going out to the movies, which is something I never do. But I went out and I saw Superman. I remember telling you guys about that. But I actually went out and watched Fantastic Four, First Steps. And I gotta say, I think this is an unpopular opinion. I think it's better than Superman. I thought that it was I would honestly call it a significantly better movie. That's not to say I didn't like Superman, but I just felt like the flaws of Fantastic Four First Steps were far more forgivable and didn't bother me as much. Alright, what is this, Superman slander? When did you become such a Superman fangirl, Mia? Also, hi, Mia. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so tomorrow, something that I've been really bad about advertising. In fact, I've just been really, really bad about being around in general. Something that I'm going to be a part of in late August is a fighting game tournament filled with a bunch of people who don't play fighting games. And we're supposed to be practicing right now, and I haven't. And so I have to actually get on that and do my training arc. So tomorrow, we're playing a fighting game on stream. And it's literally going to be me, my first time picking up the game. I know jack shit about it. It's going to be Guilty Gear Strive. And so I'm going to be playing that for the first time. Then Wednesday, I'm off. Hi, Cat. Thursday, what am I going to do on Thursday? I do not know. I'm going to play... the 2 games I want to play right now are Subnautica and Slay the Princess. I already had Slay the Princess here from last time, so I think I'm just going to keep that. So Thursday is going to be Slay the Princess. Friday, not streaming. Saturday is going to be, I'm thinking Subnautica. Man, my cat is obsessed with me right now. Hi, mister. And then Sunday. What am I gonna do on Sunday? Can't stay for long, but I hope you see the error of your ways and become a true Superman fan. Okay. With Superman, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the movie. My problems were about the pacing and about the visuals of the movie. The CGI was alright. It was serviceable. But I just felt like the movie was very visually stale because so much of it is shot so similarly and in very similar environments. And the things that do try to be unique just don't look great. They just aren't particularly captivating. I think there were only 2 shots in the entire movie where I was like, oh, that's a good shot. That's interesting cinematography. Now, keep in mind, I know I sound like an asshole whenever I'm talking about that. I'm like, yes, the pacing of the film wasn't quite up to my standards. Like, no, I'm not a fucking movie critic. There's no reason why I should be so harsh on the movie. I guess I just have high standards after watching, you know, what is it, absolute cinema, such as 2022's The Batman, which is, in fact, absolute cinema. I'm messing with the background music to see a volume I like. Let's try this. No, a little louder. Let's try something like that for the background music. Yeah, I think that's gonna be good. Let me know if the music's too quiet, too loud, or anything like that. Alright, and then what am I gonna do on Sunday, I wonder? Okay, no, background music's slightly too loud now, in my opinion. Cats, you guys are being such nuisances. Oh my goodness. Hey, sir, come on. You know better. You know better. Fits the background for sure. Though, I do agree. I absolutely do have ideas to get like a new custom background because I had a custom background a while ago, but I'm really wanting to get a new one. So I was thinking about maybe looking into some background artists. That said, I am, as always, broke as fuck. So probably not gonna happen, but we will see. It is something that I've got my eye on. What is gonna be the... You know what? I'm gonna find out, what, the 17th? Maybe we'll actually play more Guilty Gear on Sunday. So... Getting all this up. Guilty Gear, throw that over there on the schedule. I haven't even streamed in August, I don't think. Wow, that's insane how long I've been gone, and I just did not realize. Time was absolutely an illusion to me over these last few weeks. I feel like I've been living in some sort of liminal dream space. And I'm only just now conscious again. Let's see, this is the 11th through the 17th. I don't think there's any schedule conflicts here. So let's grab... We're going to go ahead and grab my art tag, and we're just gonna grab a thing of art. Oh, you know, I'll be a shill, and I'm gonna use my own art. Alright, how do I find my own art? There it is. grab this. Do layer stuff, very boring. This schedule will be out soon, and then I can be like, hey, look, something interesting. Alright, there we go. And then the art is by me. Oh shit, my name's too long. I have to do something about that. That works. Alright, so today is a Zatsu, tomorrow Guilty Gear, Wednesday offline, Thursday Slay the Princess, Friday offline, Saturday is Subnautica, and Sunday is more Guilty Gear. All streams are at that time zone. I put my name, I did everything else right, hopefully. Let's go ahead and grab this final product. We're gonna hope that everything is correct. And now I can tweet it. Alright. Haha, now YouTube chat is on my screen and I can't see Twitch chat anymore. You guys, YouTube chat, you are now the favorite chat. Okay, let me get this up. Oh, it's been so long since I've posted a schedule that I need to, like, go and find. Okay, there we go. Because I like to have my previous schedule up so I can just copy, like, all the tags and such. Alright, so this is the August... Oh, shit. What happened? My Twitter freaked the fuck out. Alright, let's try that again. Attempt number 2 to post the schedule. August 11th through 17th schedule. That's not how you spell that word. Then gotta get this. I'll post all the tags and such. For some reason, I have to copy them one at a time instead of just being able to copy the whole thing, or else all the, like, little emotes that I have here. Oh my goodness. I just got a fucking message, and I really need to do something real quick. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna... Pardon, I'm gonna do this now. Sleeper Shark, welcome on in. Welcome. One of the last times I streamed, I jokingly banned a few of my friends, and I just got added on Twitter by one of them saying unban them. So there's that, and then unban that. Holy shit. I'm gonna quote retweet this and say LOL in all lowercase but with punctuation. Fuck. Do it yourself, coward. Okay. Back to posting my schedule. And actually, Leona, you'll be happy to hear that I've got Guilty Gear on my schedule not once, not thrice, but twice. 2 whole times. Alright, and there we go. Now to decide what the little text on the schedule is gonna say. It'll say something along the lines of... Let's see. You got a concussion? How? Could I ask why? Don't do that. 10 minutes ago? Shouldn't you be getting rest? Expect my stream schedules. Jiu-jitsu? Oh, I see. Oh, that's cool, actually. Sounds like you're not very good, then. Expect my stream schedules to look a lot more like this in the future, or more like this moving forward, I think sounds better. I'll be streaming consistently on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday starting at 7 p.m. CDT. Do I have enough from now on? I do have just enough text to say from now on. Right, expect my stream schedules to look a lot more like this moving forward. I'll be streaming consistently on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday starting at 7 p.m. CDT from now on. Perfect. I pinned that. I tied purple belt on my first day back. Oh, that's actually hella impressive. What the hell? I would make fun of someone who knows jiu-jitsu. Oh, what's he gonna do? Drive over to my place and beat me up? Actually, he absolutely could. Enrico, welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. Alright, there we go. I am. I'm gonna have to cancel a thing if this headache doesn't go away, though. Oh, I'm getting called. Tell you what, I'm gonna take this call real quick. Give me just a moment, y'all. I'm just gonna make sure this isn't anything important. Alright, all is well. No need to panic. Alright, time to burn the plate. See, did you have that typed out before I got back, though? Was that the idea? Arson with no witnesses? Be better. Be better, Rika. Hey, you know what, Rika? You know what? I'm disappointed in you. Alright, anyways. Ba, 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 ba. That's very funny, Leonic, that you were still banned all this time. Alright, what other things did I want to do? Oh, right. I'll tell you what else I wanted to do. Now that I know what my streams are going to be for the week, something I want to do moving forward is I want to actually make my streams, my waiting rooms for the week at the start of the week. So on Mondays, including today, I'm going to make all my thumbnails for the week and then already have waiting rooms ready. Oh, but I should probably post on, like, things besides... Yeah, I should probably post on things besides just Twitter. I'll post on, like, Blue Sky and such. Doobie, welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see ya. Nice to have you around. Wow, last time I posted on Blue Sky was early July. Was like early July. Okay, let's... Hope you're doing alright. I'm doing what I can, and what I can is not the greatest, but it's something. And something is better than nothing. Maybe I'll... No, I don't have enough extra text to say that. Okay, so there's somebody who I saw recently on Twitter, and I was like, oh, I absolutely want to follow them. They're like another detective VTuber, and I really love their design and everything. And not long after I followed them, they followed me back. But what I've just found is that they also followed me on... They also followed me on Blue Sky, where I didn't follow them first, which shows that I'm in their mind space. And so I'm kind of tempted now. At first I was like, okay, I probably don't have the go-ahead to reach out. I feel like that'd be weird. But now I think I do have the go-ahead to reach out. Like, I think I have the strength to do that now. Oh, Rika, thank you for the resubscribe. Thank you, thank you. RARX3 asterisk nuzzles asterisk uwu 6 months. Thank you. Okay, you know what? For the 6 months, I'll do this appropriately.
Rar X3 uwu.
There you go. Can't say I don't do anything for you. Alright, let's see. Where else do I want to post my schedule? I'll also post it on YouTube. How do I do that again? I do not remember. I'm gonna find it out. Go to YouTube. Click there. Create post, I think. And write this. Grab all that text, grab the image, select the schedule, and I can post. Oh, and while I'm thinking about YouTube, something that I implore you all to go watch in the case that you want to see my pain and suffering. Ah, Kyo, welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. I was offered to do a voice acting role, so to speak, in one Miss Mocha Roki's, so she did this whole debut, 2.0 debut festival thing, and for some reason, I was one of the people who actually got to be a part of the voice acting for her lore video. I'm not going to show any of it here. It's not my video to show. But you should all make your way over there to Mocha's account. I can also post it in the, I can post it in chat. Yes, please do. Yes, it is my suffering. I have a very, very small role in it. Let's see. There you go. I'll post it there. Also, in case there's anybody lurking on YouTube, there you go. Oh, friendship. Who am I saying friendship redeem to, Rika? Friendship for Mocha roll. So, for Mocha was one of, if not the first Nexan I met. I think the first. I think I met Mocha before any other member of Nexus or, like, you know, Nebulink. And I instantly could tell just how amazingly talented they were. And they knew what the fuck they were doing. And I've always kind of used them as a guideline for, hey, is what I'm doing a bad idea? And what I mean by that is I literally ask Mocha. I do go to Mocha for advice from time to time. And this is also a special shout out to one. I'll refer to them as Sophia Novell. Sophia and Mocha are like the two people who I know who really have their shit together when it comes to all of this, and they've been nothing but inspirations and just amazing mentors during this little thing that I'm up to. So thank you, Mocha, and I hope that I was able to give back in some way. Mocha's not allowed to see that, by the way. You mean VTubing? Yes, I do mean just VTubing, streaming in general. It's funny, despite the fact that I've been streaming for many, many years, I still don't really feel like I know what the fuck I'm doing. I mean, I can't even get a fucking YouTube chat on screen. I don't even know how I managed to get Twitch chat on screen. I'll manage, though. I'll watch a tutorial on how to get YouTube chat probably after this stream. I'm gonna clean around my apartment after this. I'll probably hop in a VC with some people. Take it easy tonight, you know? That's just the general vibe of, I think, this week. Is I'm gonna try to relax over I finally have time to settle after an admittedly tumultuous, is that the right word? Tumultuous few weeks. Hold on. No, tumultuous is like loud.
Tumultuous.
Sounds like a good start to the week. Exactly. And I really need one of those right about now. Because for anybody who wasn't here whenever I mentioned it, I'm not going to go too into detail, but I've basically been to hell and back over the last few weeks. I have lived through what many people would consider nightmare fuel, nightmare material, and I was a part of that. And like I was the victim of a nightmare, and it hasn't been fun. But I'm around and alive and still kicking. I make it sound like somebody tried to murder me. Nobody tried to murder me. At least as far as I know, at least. Alive is good? Yeah. Alive is much better than alternatives. That said, this stream is definitely just to ease me back into streaming. I know I want to go at it really hard moving forward. I've got a lot of things planned. I know I'm going to have my consistent 4 days a week that I'm streaming, Tuesday, Thursday, and weekends. I'm gonna fucking drill that into all of your minds, by the way. You will not escape that phrase. And you'll know, oh yeah, Osian, Watson Doyle, Whitlock, he goes live on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and weekends at 7 p.m. Central. That's something that will not, that earworm will not escape your brain. And I do know something that I'm going to do moving forward is I'm going to have at least, I'd say, one stream like this a week. Where it's just a Zatsu stream, and I'll probably be productive during it. In the future, it won't be making schedules and all that. It'll be a few other things that I want to be productive on. Let's say D&D planning or some other projects that I have in mind that I've probably spoken about on stream, but I'll introduce you to those at a later time. But I know that something that my content's going to start doing, I've got my 3 projects in mind. 7 p.m. my time. I'm sorry. It's the best thing for me, unfortunately. No, just for you, Keo. I'll move my streams back by 2 hours. No, unfortunately, 7 p.m. is perfect time for me. But no, I appreciate that you'll try to join when you can. But no, I've got my 3 projects that I've got in mind that I'm going to be working on a lot during these Zatsu chatting working streams. One of which is, I think it's gonna be the last one I start working on. I don't know. I just know that my next project, my big project that I'm gonna do is D&D. Then after that, I know I'm gonna do my podcast thing that I've got in mind. That's in the works. Don't worry. I know that's the thing that people will be like, starting a podcast, but I've got some ideas for it that I think you guys will like. And then I've also got some educational content on the way, because everybody knows that I'd make a great teacher, let's be honest. Please take my leave for 5 minutes. Stay safe out there. Grandpa podcast? Well, I definitely... Okay, something on that in a moment. I'm gonna hydrate real quick, so cheers. And this is just water. So, speaking of Grandpa podcasts, something that was genuinely in the works for some time was a podcast where Kenzo and I, as well as one Mr. Kyohei Tekma, the three of us wanted to start a podcast together, and that's something we worked on behind the scenes for a bit. A while ago. Oh, that was a long time ago. But unfortunately, it never really came to fruition. It happens. And so I probably will be recycling some of the ideas from that I really liked, and then throwing in my own spin. I do intend on rather it being like a consistent group. I'll just be the one hosting, and I want to have either 2 or 3 like cycling people. And so and you're making a podcast? Yeah, it's something I want to do down the line. And as I said, it'll be something I host, and then I'll have like my 2 to 3 guests each week, let's call it, hypothetically. And it'll be edited content. Maybe I'd stream the episodes live, but I don't think I'd record them live. So that's something I know I want to do. And then with the D&D, I've got a lot of fucking plans, a lot in the works for that. Can't wait for the Demcast. I know I wanted to have a speakeasy aesthetic. So if you think back to, say, 1920s America during Prohibition, there were these, speakeasies, which were a place for people to illegally procure alcohol, essentially illegal hidden bars. And I think that, knowing my reputation, as well as, I think the general aesthetic, I've got this much old-timey aesthetic already going on, and the fact that it's like a hidden bar and everything, I think would be a really nice vibe, really nice atmosphere for my kind of content. And then something I want to do during those is, I'm not going to make the guests do it. They can if they want, but what I'm going to do is I'll allow you guys to submit, say, like mixed drinks that you know of, and what I want to do is I'll try whatever mixed drink for the week. I'll pick one, I'm like, that's the mixed drink for the week. It'll be either user submitted or things that I just like. For example, one of my favorite drinks is called a redheaded slut. That is a true drink. It is great. It is I think like peach schnapps, cherry something, and Jägermeister. And so yes, whenever you go up to a bartender, you're like, hey bartender, can I get a redheaded slut? I love redheaded sluts. Yeah, you look in a mirror anytime recently? Anyways, no further comments. Look, I mean it out of love, right? Is he wrong? I see the kind of shit you post. I've seen your dick on my feed. That's not something I ever wanted to see. I avoid NSFW content. No, you haven't? Hold on. There's a certain art that I saw that I swear did it not have it all. See, keep in mind, I didn't look at it long because it didn't have cock. You know what I'm talking about, though, because it featured you and 3 other people. and you were in a precarious position, which I suppose must have hidden yourself. Yeah, Rika, no comment. Oh, I wonder why no comment from Rika over here. You guys are freaks. Freaks of nature, you are. I wasn't in a precarious position. No further comments. No further comments on the freaky art. See, I don't like seeing NSFW art of my friends. I think I've mentioned that many times. And so whenever it comes up on my feed and it's not hidden, okay, even if it is hidden, I'm gonna click on it because more than I hate seeing that art, I am a curious person. I cannot stand... Yeah, I cannot stand seeing that, oh, it's hidden. Are you gonna see what it is? You just have to click the button. I'm like, yeah, fucking of course I'm gonna click it. I cannot live with the idea of not finding out what's behind that, even if I know I'm going to hate it. I have to know. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm not even... I hate the fact that I should have known that was gonna get clipped. What a... It's fine. It's fine. You know, I should probably actually start going through my streams and finding clips. I should start, like, making YouTube shorts and trying to advertise myself. But no, I don't know why, if it was supposed to be hidden. Don't know why it showed up, but it decided to come at me. No boundaries. It was like, I'm not asking for your permission. You're seeing this now. Oh, this is a nice one. I like this. Oh, yawn. I was gonna make those thumbnails. This is why I can't scroll at work. Yeah, I unfortunately make that mistake quite often, and then I see far too much. Alright, what am I going to... I need to make a Guilty Gear thumbnail, so I'm gonna do that now. I know jack shit about Guilty Gear. Alright, Guilty Gear Strive. So we're gonna make all my thumbnails for the week real quick. I know I'm just gonna like talk through it because I don't trust myself to not dox myself if I show my process. Why the fuck do I type 1920 by 1080 and then proceeds to show me an 800 by 450? That's not the dimensions I asked for. Why are you showing me that? Oh, I recognize that character. There's a girl with like the orange hat with a skull. I think she fights with like an anchor. I've seen her around. Alright, I'm gonna use this picture. I'm gonna call it Guilty. Guilty. Alright. I'm gonna grab that. Then I'm gonna grab the logo of the game. PNG. Perfect. Thank you, Google. I'm gonna call this one Goog. G-U-U-G. If anybody saw the files on my computer that, like, anybody who actually cares about organization, I think they would die. I think they would genuinely either die of a heart attack or die of... They couldn't exist in a world with my files. So I'm gonna put the logo up there. I think I'm going to darken the space around it just a little bit, so that way the logo stands out just a little bit more. Something like that looks pretty good. Yeah, I like that. And now I'm gonna get my stupid face on screen. I want one without the hat because then I want to, since the whole point of this is that for this fighting game tournament that I'm going to be participating in, all the people here have very limited fighting game experience. And so the whole point of this is that it's a training arc. That's why I'm going to be streaming. So, I'm going to get my stupid face. I'm going to get it right here. And then I'm going to get like a little headband. Because I feel like that's like the training arc staple is having a headband on. Alright, and now I have to play Rocky music. Oh, wait, that's such a good idea. And then during the stream, I'll like find a headband asset that I can wear. Wait, that's such a good idea, actually. What the fuck? I think I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna put in big letters, I'm gonna put training arc. I'll put an exclamation point so you know I'm having a good time. And then anybody who plays the game is going to die. It turns out a lot of people die by being around me. Am I just that pathetic of a human being that people fall over? They just keel over and they cannot comprehend my existence? Why is it that I say this phrase so much? Let's see, I'm gonna get like some of this like graffiti looking text. I think matches. Then I think it might look good with... Oh, actually, would have put like a deep red for the outline of this text. No, it blends too much in with the background, so instead I'm gonna do black. And that works. Cool. Works for me. Grab this. Grab this. I've got... Okay, how do I make a... Okay, I can make waiting rooms while in a stream. Good. Okay. Guilty Gear Strive is the full name of the game? Let me see. Oh, but it's got like this fancy little like dashes or whatever around Strive, and I would feel like I'm doing something wrong if I don't write it like that. So I'm gonna write it Guilty Gear Strive, and then I'll say idiot first time playing Guilty Gear. Okay, Guilty Gear. I gotta put this here. Wow, there's a lot of Guilty Gear games apparently. And this is gonna happen tomorrow, Tuesday, at 7 p.m. Okay, and does that... Okay, can I theoretically stream to 2 YouTube live streams at once? Is that a thing? I don't see any reason why I couldn't. Is that button? Oh, no, it says duplicate stream key. I see. Never mind. I wonder if there's a way around that, though. Can you theoretically get past that? Oh! Oh, Blue Enfield! Thank you for the raid. Thank you. Okay, am I going crazy, or did I see that y'all were doing, I think, a puzzle? Was that it? Yes, can you do vertical streaming too? I've got no idea. But yes, welcome on in, Raiders. Welcome. If you don't know me, behold, the world's 9th greatest detective and independent investigator. It is I, Osian Whitlock, at your service. But no, I think I saw that you guys were doing a puzzle. Let me check. Or was that just something you were doing on your own? No, I see. I think I'm sane. Yeah, I looked at the tweet and then I didn't like it. I'm a fraud. But yes, welcome. Yes, we were. It was a puzzle. It was a custom image too. Oh, that's cool. I was playing with chat. No, I do really want to do streams like that. I love doing puzzles, and I mean, I did that one hand cam puzzle stream, which actually, I've got something to say on that. I recently tried that puzzle again. I had a friend over, and I decided we are going to try to get this puzzle done. And you know what? It went horribly. I'm not going to show the picture I took because it shows too much of my living space. But I tried the stupid octopus puzzle that I have. It's 1,000 pieces, and the problem with it is that most of the background is the exact same blue or just a gradient of blue. And I tried it on stream. Didn't end very well. I tried it again with an IRL friend of mine, and we both went insane by about hour 3 because we had barely gotten the edges of the 1,000 piece puzzle. Decided, nope, fuck it, we can't do this. I am never going to complete that puzzle. I took apart the progress, and I just decided it is going to forever sit in my closet as a mark of shame. I will always have to live with the fact that I cannot... Like, that I was defeated by that tentacled freak. IRL, are you saying that we aren't real? Nobody tell Rika what the V in VTuber stands for. I think Rika would lose it. Oz is canonically weaker than the octopus. No, that's not what this is, okay? This form of the octopus happens to be able to beat me, but I am stronger. That motherfucker comes up to me, I'm making fucking takoyaki, alright? Yeah, my last puzzle before this one was a 1K piece, Tiger. Took 16 hours, even though I had 10 people in and out helping me. Oh my fuck. That's ridiculous. See, I'd want to do like, I don't know, a few hundred piece, like a 250 I feel like would be reasonable. 1,000 is just so much. You didn't lose that. This was just a tactical retreat. Yeah, this was just one battle that I happened to lose. But I win most battles, and especially the war, alright? I love doing puzzles. I do too. It's always really relaxing, and I'm honestly surprised considering half of my Oshi bark is literally a puzzle piece, and I feel like, you know, sitting down and doing a puzzle with the old man sounds like a content niche that I would fall very nicely into. And yeah, I've just never done it, and I don't know why. I will. I'm gonna change that. When I was in high school, they had a 2K in the library, and some freak of nature did it in 2 days. I aspire to be that level of a freak. Not Guilty Gear training arc? Fuck that. We're about to do a freaky training arc. I can do a 1K in an hour? What? Okay, hold on. Let's do the math on this. So, how many seconds are in an hour, okay? Pull up a calculator. That's 60 seconds per minute. And there's 60 minutes in an hour, so that's 60 times 60. That is 3,600 seconds in an hour. That means that you are putting a piece in every 3.6 seconds to do it in an hour. Every 3.6 seconds for an hour straight, mind you. If anybody can do that, I'm not saying it's impossible, and I'm not saying you can't, but that would be genuinely fucking bonkers. The game I was playing does allow for a custom number of puzzle pieces. Rixie decided to play the same game and do 2K pieces, and now I hate human-shaped Dr. Fish because he's all blue. Human-shaped Dr. Fish sounds like a crime against eyes. But I really want to see. This is what I'm talking about. I am a curious creature in my nature. That's why I'm such a good detective, is because I have to learn the cases, not for any moral obligation, but because if I'm presented with a detective case, I need to know who the culprit was. I need to know the truth. For my sake. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Alright, I gotta make more thumbnails for the week, because this is also a working stream. Let's see, I need to do another Slay the Princess thumbnail, since we're playing that on Thursday. I'm just gonna take the exact same thumbnail, and I'm gonna put the number 2. And I'm gonna call it there. That's the thumbnail. Let's see, grab that. Oz equals creature? What kind of creature am I, though? Creature is too broad, too vague a term. Nice and simple. That's, like, for the series like that, I can get away with doing that a few times. I don't want the entire series to have the same thumbnail, but I think for, like, 2 or 3 episodes in a row, I can just turn my brain off, use the same thumbnail. But if I remain on the same one too long, it just becomes stagnant in an unpleasant way. Alright, let's make a new waiting room. I'm playing more Slay the Princess. I'll call the stream. What am I gonna call it? I'll call it. Oh, I don't know what to call a Slay the Princess stream. The game is Jigsaw Puzzle Dreams. If you ever want to play, it's free on. You caught me at free. You got me at free. It's free on stream, and you only need to buy 1 cheap DLC if you want to upload a custom image to play as a puzzle. Other people playing with you do not need the DLC to play your custom puzzles. That's actually goated. Holy shit! I have a list of games that it's like, oh, these are the games I'm going to play in the future. Let me throw this on there. Jigsaw Puzzle Dreams. Oz Couch Puzzle. Yes, you know what? That'll be our first custom puzzle. We'll do the couch art. I am going to call this Slay the Princess stream. This is the hardest part of my job, actually. I'll call it Down with the Crown. Fuck it. Because I'm slaying a princess. There we go. Not using the same thumbnail. I'm using this thumbnail, which is aptly named Your Paragraph Text number 27. And that's gonna happen on Thursday at 7 p.m. Down with the Crown sounds like a baller sequel to Long Live the Queen. Okay. Truth be told, whenever I'm thinking of Down with the Crown, I'm thinking of... So, something I did recently was I went to medieval times. Because there's a medieval times within driving distance of me, right? And a friend of mine was like, hey, I'm gonna take you to medieval times. I think you'd like it. I'm like, okay, cool. So we went out to medieval times. And there's like the whole story thing. If you don't know what it is, basically, it's a jousting tournament. And it's like, you're basically going into like this little time period capsule of you are a noble from, you know, the medieval era of Europe. And there you are sitting in this Colosseum-like place. And there's this jousting going on and a fighting tournament. And there's like horse shows. There's like a dude with a falcon. Super, super cool. And two things I want to talk about here. First of all, there's a whole story arc that goes on. I'm sure the story arc probably changes each time. Or maybe they like reuse the same like 3 or something. But in this story, you're supposed to cheer whenever you go there. They tell you, you can cheer for these 3 knights. These 3 knights are like at your side. But then there's one specific knight that's your knight. This is your guy. This is the guy you're nonstop gonna cheer for. But those other 2 guys, you can also cheer for them. And my guy, he wasn't anything special. Whatever. He didn't do very much. But though I will say that night, dude, he was hot. But that's besides the point. Like, holy shit, he was hot. But one of the other 2 knights that I was cheering for was very, very important in the whole lore that was going on, the story they created. He was the heel of the story. He could pillage my village. Yeah, so one of the knights I could cheer for was the heel of the story, because there's like an actor playing like the king and the queen, and they're like announcing the whole jousting tournament and everything. And one of the knights like drew his blade like against the king and was like talking like down with the monarchy and everything. And I just started saying down with the crown was a phrase that just hit me in that moment. Because you bet your sweet fucking ass, if you know me, you know I'm fuck authority, fuck the government, fuck monarchies. And so I was immediately on this guy's side. I did not hesitate to cheer for the guy who was trying to rebel against the king. Okay, now I need to do a Subnautica thumbnail. I'm gonna grab, I don't know, maybe something from... I'll grab something from like the Grassy Plateaus, a wallpaper from that. Just like in-game footage. Cool, that looks great. Subnautica behind the Aurora. I'm not going behind the Aurora. I know it lurks back there. I'm not I'm not ignorant to Subnautica's okay. I'm gonna be honest. I know basically everything there is to know about Subnautica. From the position of somebody who has only watched, like, documentaries about the game. There's a documentary on YouTube called, like, oh, the biology of planet 4546b or something like that. It's like an hour long, and I've watched that thing multiple times. I do not know why. I just have this strange fascination with the game, despite the fact that I hate playing it. The Subnautica logo, it turns out, does not look particularly good with an outline. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna leave it like that. The only thing in Subnautica I've ever been afraid of is the damn crash fish. I fucking wish. I wish that was my life. I get scared of literally any fucking thing in that game. Well, and I kind of regret getting rid of all the text and everything I had before. No, okay, I went with a very specific vibe. Maybe I just keep everything besides the background the same, though. In fact, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So it's gonna be the exact same clickbait thumbnail with, like, I've got, like, the big circle and 3 arrows, and it says, this loser has thalassophobia, and, like, there's just so much going on. Oh, I have the fish emote now. I've got the fish emote now. Can I get a fish emote in chat? Or I have to upload the fish emote onto where I make my thumbnails. There it is. Oh, it in all of its beauty. I'm putting this on the thumbnail. Thank you, Doobie. You are doing the Lord's work. In fact, instead of getting rid of any of the emotes that were here last time, I'm just gonna add more emotes. So there's the fish one. And then I've got, like, an angry one as well. I'm just gonna cover the entire bottom of this with... Yeah, I'm gonna get my angry one as well. This is my best thumbnail I've ever made. So, given your feelings on fish... Oh, Doobie, thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you, thank you. Congratulations, Foo. Given your feelings on fish, I imagine you'll be calling out Saba to a boxing match. I could never get recognized by Saba, but if she'd be down to face me in a boxing match, then I'd fuck her up, okay? I'd clock her. Easy. Okay. This is a beautiful thumbnail. Okay, hold on. I want to see if I can get the old thumbnail. Let's see, where is it? Okay. This was the old Subnautica thumbnail. And here's the upgrade. Big change, I know. Oh, it's beautiful. Alright, let's get rid of those. Imagine if there was a mantis shrimp leviathan. What is a mantis shrimp? Oh, is that the guy that punches really hard? Is that him? Or am I thinking of a different one? Oh, whatever it is, I don't like this guy. Oh, I don't like him. It is? I see. Oh, oh, I hate how big it is. It should not be that big. And then I'm not going to make a thumbnail for Sunday's stream. Or rather, I'm not going to make a waiting room for it yet because I have 2 Guilty Gear streams. And so I'm only going to make the one. And then after the first Guilty Gear stream, then I will make the thumbnail. Or not just the thumbnail, but the waiting room for the second one. Alright, so let me get Subnautica. Base building simulator. That's what I'm calling this Subnautica stream. Because that's going to be most of what we do. And that's going to be on Saturday at 7. Wow, there we go. I'm like being responsible, I think. All right. And now I stopped thinking about thumbnails. Is there anything else productive? I wanted to get YouTube chat on screen today, but I think I'm gonna have to look up a tutorial for that. So, if I exclude that, what else is there to do? I think that's it. I think no more being productive. I think it's just chatting now. Oh. So now I try to relax and just take in being alive. Like, I've been... I know I've said that life is hectic and I've mentioned that bad things happen, but a lot of good things happen too. I've been happier than I've been in a very long time. It's just been kind of overwhelming as well, though, you know? Because I'm not going to say, oh, it's too much of a good thing, but it's definitely akin to that. It's like I don't regret that. It's just... yeah, there's just a lot going on. But things have finally returned to a status quo. Literally today. Today is the day of status quos. And now I do my best to return to normal. I do my best to just move on and live life like everything is just okay. Which it is. Everything is okay. A lot of not great stuff happened, but a lot of great stuff happened. That's just a part of life. C'est la vie, as they say. I've kind of been more in a chipper mood than I expected today. I expected to be very somber and melancholy throughout this stream. But I think just being here brightens my day a lot. Man, if I keep talking like this, I'm about to get emotional. Oh, I can't do that. I've been emotional enough lately. Definitely not finishing Mocha before UN, but eh. Yeah, because I don't imagine I'll go super long. Maybe I'll hit the 2-hour mark. So what, in another 30 minutes. Actually, like, exactly 30 minutes. If even. I might not even go that long. After all, I am quite tired. And you know what? Actually, I'm gonna end in a second here because I could certainly use the rest. Oh, shit. Okay. So I'm gonna take a few swigs of water. If anybody has any last questions, comments, concerns, I feel like a teacher when I say that. I feel like that's such like a teacher thing to say. Which is, you know, that's why I'm excited to get back into, or like why I'm excited to maybe start some educational content, is because I can, some weird quasi way, fulfill my old dreams of being a teacher, that I can educate people. But more on that in the future. I imagine next time we do a stream like this, it will probably be a lot of chatting and working on D&D stuff, so that should be pretty exciting. Which means if anybody who's going to be a player in my D&D stuff joins, I have to kick him out. No, you're not allowed in here. But the people who are going to be players I don't really see them around anyways, now that I think about it. So I don't think it'll be too much of an issue. I might still make I'll put something on the screen and it's like, hey, if you're a player, get out. Just tell me who it was. It's on site. 07. You're fighting the good fight, doobie. But no, I'm gonna call it here. Thank you all so much for watching, for spending your evening with little old me. I really do appreciate it. Mondays aren't gonna be a typical streaming day for me because remember, earworm, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and weekends. I will see you on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and weekends, with some exceptions. I've already picked out who we're going to raid into. I've found my victim. So thank you all so much for sticking around. I will see you all tomorrow for some Guilty Gear for the start of my training arc. But for now, let's go ahead and consider this case closed. Have a fantastic evening, everyone.